file bankruptcy. The next thing people usually want to know is, do I have to go to court? No, you do not have to appear in front of a judge. The judge oversees the whole bankruptcy. Your attorney may need to appear in front of the judge for any motions or objections that may occur in your case. However, you are not required to attend those hearings. Do you have to go to court? However, yes, you do. You do have to attend one meeting with the trustee, frequently called the meeting of creditors. It is a meeting required under 11 USC section 341. That's why it is sometimes called the 341 meeting. What this is really the only time that the trustee sees you. So he's verifying information on your petition. You bring your ID and social security card. They're verifying that your social security number on your card that you bring to the meeting verifies, matches what is on your petition to verify that the right person filed bankruptcy. They ask if all your creditors were listed, if your income is still the same, if all your assets are listed. It's really just verifying information that you have already provided to us. So no trick questions. You should know the answers to anything that comes up at your meeting. For example, they may ask, you provided us with documents that said your house is worth $100,000. The trustee may ask where you came up with that value, whether you looked at other houses in the area, whether you've had it appraised, whether you looked it up on a website similar to Zillow.com that looks at other houses in the area and comes up with a value. There's several different locations you can come up with values of your house, and those are fine, but they want to know that you came up with that information rather than us providing you with that information. The meeting is again pretty straightforward, won't last probably more than 10 or 15 minutes. Depending on where you live. If you're in St. Louis, it'll be downtown at 111 South 10th Street. If you're in St. Charles, O'Fallon, Wentzville area, it's going to be on Shorter Creek Boulevard in Municipal Court Building. Those are typically take place about 1 month after filing. The attorney will be there with you, so we'll appear with you. We will go up there with you with the trustee, and he'll ask you some questions, and then that will really be it. A lot of times people want to know, are my creditors going to show up to that meeting? Are they going to show up and say that I have to pay them back? Yes and no. Yes, they can show up. It is called a creditors meeting. It is their chance to show up, ask you questions about your assets, your income, but they can't show up just simply to say, you have to pay us back. That's not an option. That's not the purpose of the meeting. It is, again, if they have issues and think that maybe you were not listing assets or income properly on your schedules, that is their reason for appearing. Really no other reason for them to appear. Most of the time they are not there, again, unless they think you are hiding, information on your schedule. So as long as you are upfront and honest from the very beginning, it's likely that your creditors will not show up to the meeting. People ask, who is the trustee and what does he do? He is appointed by the United States trustee to kind of oversee everything, to make sure that all of your schedules are in accordance with the bankruptcy laws. Make sure your income actually makes you eligible for a Chapter 7. Or if you're in a Chapter 13, make sure that your income is listed, that everything is accurate. Let's say, for example, we file your petition, and in between the time that we file your petition and when you have your meeting, your income changes. And we were not made aware of that. At the time that the trustee asks, where's your current employer, what's your income? If your income has changed, then the trustee will file an objection with us saying you need to keep your schedules current, update their income information, things like that. So as long as you are informing your attorney of new contact information, whether that be a new phone number, address, income, anything that changes, you want to make sure you let your attorney know, because you do have a duty to keep your schedules completely accurate. Also, a lot of times the trustee will request information from us, and if we can't get in contact with you, you likely will not receive your discharge, because there is a statute that requires you to do anything basically that the trustee requests. And if we can't get in contact with you to let you know what those requests are, then that certainly can be an issue. In closing, the meeting really is nothing to worry about. If you have been thorough and completed your forms completely and honestly, then this meeting will be a breeze. So show up on time with your ID and social security card, and the rest will be easy.